This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Whew. We made it. Week 1. Saints Block Party Podcast. 2023 to the 2024 Saints regular season campaign. Week 1 against the Titans. We are popping it off with. We have a lot of things going on this week. We're wrapping up a ticket to the home opener on. If you want to know how to enter in it, just listen to the podcast and figure out how you can enter in it. Our merchandise t-shirts are on the way. If you have not requested yours yet, if you're a Patreon, please send a Patreon DM. If you're non-Patreon, we have posted the Survey Monkey. You can request them. Friday is the deadline. Once Friday comes to pass, we don't know if we're going to be doing another order. So, and then we're planning for the meetup in November. The Bears, the brunch, the party. It's a lot happening. But week 1, man. Week 1, Ryan. How you feeling?
Feel great, bro. I'm just thankful it's finally here because I'm just done with the off season, bro. Like the draft,
Done, man.
starting from when the season ends, you got coaching searches, and, how your coaching staff is gonna look like, the free agency, draft. Went through all that. We had a draft party. Studied the draft picks ad nauseum, UDFAs. You get the OTAs, minicamp, ad nauseum. Get to training camp. Finally, we're excited for that. Analyze that to the 100th degree. Like, we analyze the shit out of training camp, bro. Preseason, we watching preseason snaps. Finally, what matters is here. The real regular season where losses and wins count. Where it all matters. So I'm just thankful to be here watching meaningful football, bro. What? 2 days, Thursday, Chiefs Lions, meaningful football that actually matters. So I'm just thankful, bro. I'm just so done with the offseason.
Just throw it in the trash.
Tired of just nobody knows nothing. Like, we don't know anything, bro. Like, we spent all this time and we don't know shit.
Just niggas talking, bro. Whether you're a podcast like us or whether you're on ESPN, bro, for your job, bro. No one knows
nothing,
anything. But it is here. Before we get into the game, before we break down football, I was really thinking like what I wanted us to have like our first raffle, and I think it really kind of hit me on. I was on the plane back from visiting my family in Texas this past Labor Day weekend. It what I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna. This is gonna be like some of it's gonna be personal, but I'm gonna tie it back in together. It's gonna differ and segue away from football. We're gonna tie back in. So I texted this to Ryan a couple of days ago, in that my grandmother who raised me has, thanks to my uncle, knows how to work YouTube. My grandma's 81. work YouTube, find our shows. We'll watch our new shows, like their television. We'll go back and watch our old shows, and we'll also watch our old, like, last season's live streams. This woman does not know anything about football, but she will watch the entire 3 hours and 15 minutes just simply to see my face. Like, that is a level of love that you can't comprehend. So, these last couple of days have been particularly pretty hard. When you lose someone in your family, no matter how much you think you may get you get over it or whatever, you don't really ever get over it. All it is that it just, like, time goes longer, but you don't really get over it. So being back home last couple of days was hard, because every time I go back home, I'm back to the place and remembering, my mom passing almost 2 years ago. And so, we went, was it yesterday yesterday. Yesterday, before I left home, flew back to California. We went, me, my uncle, my grandma, we went to, the graveyard, and she in succession. So we visit my mom's grave, and next to my mom is my grandfather. So that obviously to my grandma, that's her daughter, her husband, estranged, but a husband nonetheless, and her 3 kids. And then drove a little around the same cemetery. She visited the grave of her mom and her dad, my grandparents, who helped raise me. And as we were walking to the grave site of my great grandma, she asked me if I was okay. Now I want people who's watch and listen to this to just pick up on the scope of what I just said. You have a person who's lost their daughter, lost their husband, fathers of their children, lost their parents, and rather than be worried about what she's experiencing as I'm helping her try to walk around and get around, she asking me if I was okay. Like, that's a level of love that you can't describe. That's a level of love that you cannot put into words.
You can't fake it either. It's real.
You can't. It really, then me, all this trauma, grief has really changed, like, not changed, but really has really kind of altered, like, my aspect of life of just, you got to live, you got to love, you got to do it now, Greg, a friend of the podcast, and Mark Sessler, like, they experienced it with Chris Wessling. Like, life is such a thing that can go very quickly. So tying it back to the Saints Titans game for the raffle. So it's a 2-parter. One, social media for this preview pod, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, what have you. We want to see a retweet. We want to see a quote tweet. We want to see it on your stories, a repost on TikTok. Anytime that you do one of those things, that's part 1. So if you do all 3, then there's potentially have 3 chances of entering the raffle. The second part of it to completely enter, though, is I want our listeners who are able to go to the game. That's very key. Do not enter this raffle if you're not able to go. You can still retweet. You can still get our, help get our message out there for the preview pod. But if you can't go, don't enter the raffle. But if you want to be entered into the raffle, do the things on social media. And the second part of it is that I want you to either DM me, DM Ryan. We have a website, saintsblockparty.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. You can put it in the comments on YouTube. Email us, doesn't matter. DM us, doesn't matter. But I want you to tell us who in your life do you have that level of love for? It could be family member, it could be partner, a friend. It could be whatever it is, but whoever in your life you have that type of love for, we just identify them. Don't need a name, just identify who they are, and then by the end of the week, tell us something that you can do for you to show them your appreciation of that love. That's it. This is not a Saints trivia question. This is not anything. But, being at home and just really reflecting on things, I really want people to really just show the people in their lives meant for them, has changed their life for the better. Sometimes I feel like we don't, as people and human in relationships, we don't show our people that we love enough. And
no question.
We
all guilty of it.
I couldn't feel all of us, every single one of us. And I do want to give much love to my grandma, who I know is, this is Wednesday, Tuesday night. She'll be watching this Wednesday on, got her Fire Stick, Mama Rosie doing her thing. But that's it. So if you retweet on Twitter, Instagram, put in your story, every time you do that on social media, that's another name. That's your name being entered into the raffle more than one time. But you have to have that second component of it. Because I want love. I want the people that you love, I want them to feel it, because I feel like that's really important. So that's it. That's as simple as that. Could not be an easier raffle. Couldn't
promote the pod, screenshot it, send it to us, along with, at some point before the end of the week, the person that you have that level of love for and what you could do to show them that love. That's all you got to do. And you get a Saints game day ticket. Game day in the dome, week 1. In that thing.
That's simple, man.
That's
it. So I'm glad I was able to get through that, because for the longest time, well, not longest time, but as I was thinking about it, not that I would have cared, but like there was, I was like, man, I'm gonna fucking break down on this pod, because
I know. We talk about that stuff, bro.
We're at my great grandma's grave, so my grandma's mom, and hearing her say, like, you'd be so proud of Adam, like the man he became. Oh, but let's get into football. Let's talk about football stuff. I'll start with, before we started recording, I went on our live, started looking up the Titans depth chart, going through it, particularly the defense. And I'm like, man, I don't know how I feel about this game.
Oh
no. We predicted a loss week 1 when the schedule came out. Right? Like we both gave them an L. After looking at that Arlaz depth chart for the Titans, bro, like I feel like even more confident of that prediction. I say that because the Titans, this is a great example. But can I just point out, this is a great example of like two extreme opposites of different coaches. I will say you can maybe give DA like a slight mulligan for last season because he had Andy Dalton, but Mike Vrabel is the epitome of a coach that gets the absolute most out of his teams, even though on paper it may not be the most talented team when they line up every Sunday. You can make the case and argument that and I think this season's for sure going to be like a fucking huge fitness test, but and this is my Vrabel. I think this is a great week one, but again, what does week 1 tell us? But we got to just see first of all, is this team ready to play? Are they ready?
I feel like this game is not so much about the matchup. It's about the Saints, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about who they are right now. Are they ready? I don't care what the talent is. If you're not on point on the offensive line, as far as knowing the snap count, solid count, being on point in your techniques, as far as false starts and holding and stuff like that, don't matter. Like, it's all the little things that I'm really worried about. It's really a game about the Saints versus Saints, bro. Like, it's about the offensive line playing up to its potential. It's about the defensive line playing up to its potential. It's about the defense tackling, which we know, like, early in the season, the tackling is usually suspect. This is a game you got to tackle. You got the dog coming up in there. Derrick Henry coming up in there. You can't miss a tackle. You miss a tackle on Derrick Henry, it's over. It's over. He will make your life hell, bro.
Bye.
And
I pointed this out a day or so ago. This is the first time the Saints have actually played against Derrick Henry since he's been in the Titans.
It's crazy, right?
2019 the Titans were kind of resting their starters. They were beating the Saints pretty bad in the first half, and then rested the second half, and the Saints came back and won. And then last season, or no, it wasn't last season, it was Simeon's, and so 2020, I believe, 2020, he was injured. So this is the first time them playing against Derrick Henry. This game is interesting because both units that we kind of have questioned from the start of the offseason, offensive line, defensive line, both units get tests right out the gate, bro. Like, right out the gate. O-line, even though I think, they are, hashtag on paper, maybe a sneakily better unit going in, they still have, to work on continuity issues. You have James Hurst next to Trevor Penning. Like, there's some things that can be worked out, and you got to do that going against Jeffrey Simmons in week 1, like one of the best interior defensive linemen in football.
In football, period. Then you got, like you just said, Trevor Penning. The dude has played, less than 100 pass snaps in his career? He's a rookie. He's a rookie, essentially. A raw prospect that came into the league that was going to have some growing pains. So, I was looking at a Titans podcast, can't name it. I just did a search. Just wanted to see what they're saying over there. You know what I'm saying? See what they're talking about. And they were talking about,
Big
man,
sicko.
They were like, man, look, we need to attack Penning. That's what they were saying. They said we need to attack him, overload that side.
It ain't wrong, bro.
And at the very worst, they were like, hey, he's gonna get a personal foul or something, because we know Penning. You know what I'm saying? When he gets stressed, bro, he try to grab somebody, choke him up. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Like, if I was a defensive coordinator, that's what I'd be doing. I'm like, I want to test Penning, see where he at.
I mean, Mike Vrabel will absolutely do that. And here's the thing, like, the Titans just as a team, and maybe it was like of a Sean Payton thing, but I don't think it really was. I see this game, and I'm not saying the outcome is going to be the same, but the game feels kind of similar to how the Ravens game last season was. And I'm not putting the Titans at that level, but I am putting Titans at that level in terms of physicality, right? You and I were all over that before that Ravens game Monday Night Football. It was just like, man, I feel like we about to go up like in a different weight class, bro. Like, I don't feel like I'm ready. The Titans aren't that team like the Ravens are or were last season, but there's still some elements of them that give me like Ravens vibes, and I think it's and I've seen the Titans like stifle an Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes offense, bro.
I mean, they were 7-3 last year before Tannehill got hurt, and it just whole thing just went down the drain. But it's not like they were like the shitty team last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, them boys come to play pretty much every game, man. Like,
yes,
they come to play.
He coaches them, and they ready, man. They come off the bus ready.
And I know it's like easy as fans. I'm just saying that easy as fans, we don't watch a lot of Titans. You know, they're not a big market. We don't see a lot of Titans talk. So it's easy to kind of like, man, Titans, man, we need to beat them. Bro, get that out your head, man. Like, them boys about to come in there and give the Saints everything, bro. Like, everything.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really up to the Saints to come and respond. I hope they're not thinking they should win or nothing like that. And I don't think that's the mentality of this Saints team.
I don't get that either. I don't. Areas where I will say this. Conversely, we're talking about the Saints offensive line. You flip the script. This should be like, if the Saints are going to win, especially Aiden Turner, Cam Jordan, Brian Breeze, like Colin Saunders, like that offensive line on the Titans just does not strike a lot of fear in me. Like I was going through the names and I was like,
no, bro,
like,
it's not good, man.
They got to. It's not. And just like we're like the Titans podcast that you heard or watched, that the Titans defense should go after Trevor Penning. If I'm DA, I'm trying to formulate some blitzes, some things where Titans offensive line out of whack. I'm going to bring Jalen Smith. He gets called up in the practice squad. Cook something up with him. Attack that Titans offensive line, and you will. The success of the defense will be telling from that perspective, and I think that's a huge area that they can exploit. I completely forgot Nuke Hopkins was on the Titans. Ryan had just completely didn't like, oh yeah, he is in the Titans.
Yeah, yeah, and they need him. They need him too.
Yes,
I mean Chris Hubbard. He's going to be playing right tackle. Like Cam Jordan, bro. You got the extension. You the man on campus. Cam Jordan, like, bro, you should beat Chris Hubbard. You know what I'm saying? You should beat Chris Hubbard at right tackle. He is not good. Podcast I was listening to, that's what they was worried about. They're like, oh man, Chris Hubbard. Like, beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? Beat this guy. All down the line. You need to this, even though our D line is not like the greatest D line ever, like we're going against one of the worst offensive lines in the league. You should be able to cook something up, man. You should be able to make Tannehill uncomfortable. You should be able to get in the backfield. I know the Saints have talked about how they kind of rescheme the run game, the attack on the run game on defense, kind of be a little more attacking. We'll see how that goes, but we know they weren't. The run defense was not good last year.
It was not.
And the thing with Henry is, you got to get him before he gets through that line. Like, you got to make his feet start tip-a-tapping and stuff like that. You won that. Like, you won. But if you let him gain that steam engine downhill and make that cut, and he's in the secondary, and then it's like, he's stiff-arming somebody. He's stiff-arming a Debo. Like, I don't want to see that, bro. I do not want to see that. So, it's going to be
why are we both thinking of Debo?
I don't know, bro, because you can just see a Debo just get out the way. Get your ass out. You can just see it, man. Like that, that video of that man.
Oh no, it won't be a Debo, bro.
The video of that man with the with the suit and the media. He's like, "Tell you something. Get your ass." That's how you gonna be.
No, bro, it would be Honey Badger. It wouldn't be Turan,
right.
like after like that.
Yeah. We saw that last year.
I'm just saying. Being that there has been no updates for this man, don't even know this shit. Like we kept saying like what is he bring to this team? If I'm DA, I'm playing Marcus May closer to the line, especially this game. I'm not saying this is going to be the game plan every game. I'm playing him closer to the line of scrimmage. I'm playing him more as like a nickel, dime-ish type of linebacker. I don't know if you trust whether it be Jordan Howden, if you trust Lonnie Johnson to be back there, opposite of Honey Badger. Make Ryan Tannehill beat you. Make Ryan Tannehill beat you, because when the Titans are going on their runs playoff wise, and this is just not the Titans, this is just standard football, but especially the Titans is just how they operate offensively with Tim Kelly at offensive coordinator. When Derrick Henry starts taking off like chunk plays in the run and the run is successful, like the Titans play action game is stellar, bro. Like it is, even with like bad, not great wide receiver weapons. That's how they have been able to be succwithsuccessful
at their best. When they're at their best, they're using that play action. Weirdly, I saw some stat they didn't use it a lot last year. Oddly, for whatever reason. So but I also got a feeling like I think they are expecting the Saints to be ready for Derrick Henry. So you got to watch out for that. You got to watch out.
You think they're gonna pull a Kyle Shanahan from that last great shootout, bro?
Exactly. Like everybody worry about the run game, and we ain't seen Tannehill at all since he got hurt. We ain't seen him in preseason, nothing. Have we seen him in preseason? I don't know. Maybe what, but like I don't know what he's looking like, and I could just see him taking a snap at midfield on a boom, bang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they got to be ready, bro. They got
on a boot with Zach Bond trying to chase him down.
And that's the problem. Week 1, you ain't got no tape. I mean, you got tape of the Titans, but they got a new offensive coordinator, even though he's been there. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's unknown.
Get you. So also, Saints fans don't freak out.
Right.
You might see a bust play here and there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a bust play here and there, something like that. Don't freak out. It's going to happen. It's week 1. But my thing is the impetus will be on DA to manage the game. And this is where, what's the coach's name of the Titans again?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. This is where Mike Vrabel wins because he's very good at all the little minutia in the game, in-game management, to win those games where it's like, even once you look at the stats, it's like, how the hell we lose this game? So,
absolutely.
So DA is going to have to win there too. He's going to have to coach, bro. He's going to have to coach his ass off. Kicking game, punt game, kickoffs, all that stuff.
Fourth down. Should I go for it?
4th downs.
Should I go for it? Do I?
Huge, bro. Huge decisions right there.
It's gonna be fun. And listen, what we've cultivated in terms of like our community, man, we could be watching the game. We as a community gonna be good regardless. Like we'll still be in those live streams, bro. Like there is still Saints fans. Like Mitch, I love Mitch, our guy in Hawaii, our brother Hawaii, bro.
Mitch, you gotta understand, it'd be early for him, bro. You wake up early and watch that.
Mitch, get up. So if the game starts 10 a.m. here Pacific time, Mitch is up at 7 a.m. to watch the Saints, bro. In Hawaii. You imagine walking up at 7 a.m. watch your favorite team, and you see Derrick Henry break off like a 60-yard touchdown as you're trying to drink your coffee.
We be on there cracking up, eating, laughing, and he just be.
Mitch be mad as hell, but we love him though. It's fun. So a little pop to our community. Just if you want to be a part of it, like become a Patreon. Like this, first live stream Zoom is this Sunday. I know our boy Joey's going to be actually at the home game in New Orleans, but I'm a little mad because Joey's reactions during the live streams are just
man,
epic. But he'll be back week 2. Even though their concerns in terms of how the Titans defensive line, Jeffrey Simmons, can attack the Saints offensive line. This might not be a terrible game of just let Derek Carr cook. So I'm not saying like that's a 3-4, like a 5-step drop, deep passes, but at least offensively with the weapons that the Saints have, the Saints should be able to, in theory, hashtag on paper, to have short passing games, intermediate passing, even if you got to trickle the ball down the field against the Titans defense, the Saints have the weapons to do that. And that also, if you're getting the ball out quick, you're eliminating a player like potentially Jeffrey Simmons or the Titans defensive line to disrupt the passing game. So that potentially may be a game where you want Derek Carr to maybe throw it a little more, as opposed to maybe just beating your head against the wall, running Jamal Williams and Tony Jones Jr. multiple times, and it maybe not leading to anything successful in the run game.
Right. I mean, that's how I was feeling, man, with the run game. I'm like, I mean, you look at the Titans secondary. Let's take a look.
It was
smart.
Sean Murphy Bunting, Christian Fulton.
Yep, he's a nice player.
Kevin Byard, who was great. And then I forgot who the other safety was, but I believe he's
the mighty Hooker.
There you go. Yeah, Hooker. And Hooker always makes like big plays and interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad secondary. They're healthy.
It's not.
They've been banged up in the past. But still, man, like, this is a game where I would flood them with pass weapons. Chris Olave, Raheem Sheed. Nobody knew nothing about Raheem Sheed. Like, he is like a mystery to the NFL. Nobody knows anything about him. Yes. Michael Thomas. Like, Michael Thomas is back, bro. Like, Michael Thomas is one thing I wanted to talk about. Like, a lot of the things that we were worried about going into this offseason, I mean, the offensive line is healthy.
Trevor Penning is healthy. Cesar Ruiz is healthy.
Jimmy Graham's on the team. Jimmy Graham.
2023.
Foster Moreau beat cancer. Michael Thomas, like I said, Michael Thomas is healthy. He's not, last year he missed a couple of weeks of camp, came back week 1. He has played a full camp.
Full training camp, bro.
Full training camp. So it's like me, man, listen, I'm Pete Carmichael. I'm scheming it up. I was listening to Chris Olave earlier this week. He was talking about how, like, it's completely night and day from his first year. Because Derek Carr, he's checking at the line. He's calling audibles. He's got complete management of the offense, reading the defense. So it's like a new day. Chris Olave ain't get to play with nobody like that his first year. His first year was Jameis and Dalton. So, like, it's time. Like, I say, let Derek Carr go in there and see what he got. Like, bro, let's just go in there and cook. You know what I'm saying? Sink or swim. I'm not saying don't run the ball. Use Jamal Williams, especially in the red zone. Get some tough yards. Use him to manage the game. Slow it down if you need to. But I would put the ball. I would love to see the Saints start off really confident and feeling real good about Derek Carr. Because I think, like, if you got that feeling, like you feel like that move we paid him $30-something million a year, and you made that move, and he come that week 1, and he's touchdowns, and he's just like the Chiefs in a little Chiefs preseason game. It's like you just feel good, man. I think everybody else will play just a little better. Defense, offense, everybody just play a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Because if it's like first play of season, pass play incomplete, second down, run, 3rd and 8, passes short.
False start. Number 70 false start is
like White Wolf said, man, it's gonna feel like a shotgun to the chest.
I don't want to start like that, bro. Let's start fast, man.
I don't. This is on my radar. I got to talk about it. Are we going to talk about the absolutely disastrous offseason that Kendre Miller has had?
Ooh.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.
Gets drafted, talks shit about AK multiple times while he was still recovering from a torn MCL that he got in college. I don't begrudge him on that. So that happens. He didn't do any of the mini camps, the OTAs. He started practicing in training camp. First preseason game was like a lot of meh. Then he gets hurt in that preseason game. Luckily, he avoided. He had a knee sprain, or I believe it was a knee sprain. Didn't get a major injury. Luckily, preseason game week 2, we saw the flash. We were like, oh, okay, nice pass caught, really nice pass caught on a wheel route. Scored a touchdown. Cool. Preseason game 3. Would he even play? I don't even remember. He might have been hurt. He might have got hurt. Yeah. Didn't play. And then now he has like a hammy injury. And I would, if I was a betting man, like I'd probably more than likely probably won't play against the Titans because we're recording this before the injury report comes out. Terrible start to a rookie season.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't be as hard on him. But like, man, you can't come in the league, go to the team where you were talking your shit about like a star running back who has done amazing things in the league, like, and then like follow it up with this, bro. Like,
you put a target on yourself. You put a target on yourself immediately, bro.
Yes.
So like, rookies don't do that. Just don't. I don't care.
Like,
I don't care.
It's one thing to have confidence, and
I love confidence. I love it.
But we always have. But like, it felt like he was like beating like a dead horse, and it was like some little personal vendetta. And I was like, bro, y'all on the same team, though. The same team.
Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that. You know. I mean, look, bro. We'll see. His yards per carry the preseason was horrible. What is it? Offensive line, blah blah blah. I don't know. My eyesight's on him. You know what I'm saying? He's on my radar. I want to see where he's at with these injuries, these little nagging injuries that keep popping up. Just on my radar. I want to see where he's at because they counting on him, bro. They counting on him, at some point to contribute this season. You know what I'm saying? He's a third-round pick. Third-round pick running back. That's a high pick for a running back.
It is.
So, I want him to succeed. I want to see him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I want, because I really believe in his talent also. But he's had just a rough offseason, bro. Really rough.
Rough.
Another injury was on the lookout for Lattimore. It's looking promising right now. Cheeks a little clenched, but I'm just gonna let it play out.
We'll see. I will say, like, if he's not on the injury report and he goes out there, he's starting week 1. It's not the same, because I remember the Monday Night Football game, Texans Saints opener, Nuke against Lattimore, and that was like Nuke in his prime, and he was giving Lattimore all he could handle, bro. Like it was bad.
Was that 2018 or 19?
It was when
I said 19.
It was when 23 was still on the team. Yeah, I think it was 19. Yes. Yeah,
because 2018 was the Bucs loss.
Yes. Oh, that we were there for. So obviously, like, Nuke Hopkins isn't what he was at, to that degree anymore. But that said, that's still like a good little cornerback matchup to see. One matchup that has me a little worried is Westbrook-Ikhine going against Alontae Taylor.
Okay.
It's just one of those things. It's more of a body type thing, like quick and shifty in the slot. New position for Alante to play. I know I don't know if it was Nola New Orleans. I don't even know I don't know if it was Knicks, but like hearing Alante reached out to Jalen Ramsey playing the slot, like that was very encouraging.
Yeah.
To hear, and that really kind of separated Jalen Ramsey, when he was at his peak, because he would go outside, he'd go inside. It didn't matter, and he was playing it each position at super high level. Alante Taylor kind of has the same body type. Like Jalen's a little like more bulkier, like he's bigger. But they're both lengthwise, both long, both got speed. So to hear Alante did that was very promising. But I'm just like a sneaky little, like if you're talking about that sneaky little matchup, that's one where it's like if you just keep hearing Westbrook and Keenan name called on Sunday, it's just something that when I was going through the depth chart just kind of leaked out to me. Going back to the whole thing you said about offensively, obviously running the ball, things like that. Can we for once have a game where we'll use Taysom in case of emergency break glass game? Because if you want to, this to me, the Titans are the perfect team that you would employ Taysom Hill against, because there are not many players that the Saints have offensively that can match the physicality that the Titans defense is going to bring. Oh, my cat just came in. Someone saw like the door opening.
Mine too.
Was it like there wasn't like a scary movie? Like Taysom brings that same type of physicality that the Titans are going to try to throw at the Saints defensively. Like, so I'm just saying, like, Keandre Miller is probably banged up. We don't know if he's going to play. So, like, the running back depth chart, putrid. It's like Jamal Williams and, like, Kurt Merritt and Tony Jones Jr. Like, that's it, bro. That's it.
Tony Jones Jr.
Not the hero we wanted. Hero we need.
Thought I was done, bro. I was done with him. He was with the Broncos. John Payton over there. We good. I'm done with it. I don't have to see this dude in my life. And we kind of need him. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
He knows the offense,
I put it in our Discord, like after they signed him to the practice squad or whatever. I said, man, it's going to be a couple of snaps till Tony Jones Jr. can getting some touches, bro. Like it's coming. Like I won't bet. Like it is coming.
That's fine. That's fine, man. But it was just like, come on, bro. But it's like you said, bro. Taysom Hill, he could bring something in the run game, the physicality, that spark. If Jamal Williams not doing much, like you said, let's not wait. Let's not wait for the struggle. Let's just. You don't have to be 8 snaps. It'd be 4 snaps.
Something.
Cook something up.
Just get him in there.
Cook something up. Just lower that shoulder.
We said that this is a big game for Dennis Allen, and it is. I mean, I don't want to put too much emphasis on one game, to be fair, but I feel like this is even a bigger game for Pete Carmichael. Like he is going against a head coach and a defensive coach it's like top 3 in the NFL. Like I don't know where you rank Mark, but he's up there in terms of like how good he is. I'm not talking as a head coach. I'm just talking like defensive head coach. He's at least top 3. He's a better defensive coach than Dennis Allen, because I think he's able to do more defensively with less. Although what DA was able to do last season, that I will say was pretty goddamn impressive with all the injuries that the Saints had. I need Pete Carmichael to go out on Sunday and show that he can scheme an offense that can do well against a good defense.
And look, he has no excuse. He has no excuses.
None,
none.
Ryan.
Like
not a single one.
I hear all the excuses. I was talking to a coworker earlier today. He was just asking me about the Saints offense. And I was like, look, Pete Carmichael, his entire career, 98% of his career has been with Drew Brees. He was an offensive assistant with the Chargers with Drew Brees. Came to New Orleans with Drew Brees. Became the offensive coordinator with Drew Brees. That's all he knew. That's all he knew. Then he gets handed, Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, and it's on him. And he was handicapped, bro. He was handicapped with the offense he could run. He couldn't run the offense he could run with the checks and the coverage reads and the pre-snap, the post-snap, all that stuff. Didn't have that guy on the team to do that stuff. Now he does. So what's your excuse now? If this offense comes out looking milquetoast, mid,
Street's gonna be hot.
out of rhythm, we know one thing about New Orleans Saints fans, we know what a good offense looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it, and we know what it looks like. We got spoiled, bro. We got so spoiled to now, like, you got to show us, man. We got to see it, bro.
We have a high standard.
Very high standard. Like, I was reading that article. Shout out to my man, Bayou Punch to be like.
So funny thing is we have an ESPN Plus subscription because of our podcast, but I was so busy I wasn't able.
Thank you.
I wasn't but I'm glad I didn't because it was way fun. By you sending you just a link.
Get the link. I got the link right here. I sent the link to him. Like, why are you emailing me the link, bro? Anyway, that's my dude, man. Bayou be doing his own thing, bro. That's my dude. He be on his own thing. But he, I was reading that Sean Payton article, and they had just a part where they talked about he had 860 touchdowns or something during his time with the Saints. Most in the league over that time frame, nobody had more touchdowns than Sean Payton and Drew Brees. That's where we coming from. Like, that's like most Saints fans is out right now. That's the era we coming from, where our team was the forefront of putting up points. Yep. So that's where Pete Carmichael was there for all of it. So
it's right next to him, Ryan.
Right next to him. Like, bro, you have to have absorbed just by osmosis something, bro. And
like even
go ahead.
Even as a parent, if you trying to talk to your teenager about something and whatever, and they tune you out, like they still pick up 5% of what you said. Like,
I still remember shit my daddy was telling me, bro. I used to be like, whatever. I still remember, and it's like as hard as it was to watch Andy Dalton last year, he still statistically was a top 12 quarterback or whatever, even though we know that's not the truth. So what you have now with Derek Carr, not saying Carr is elite or whatever, but with what he brings to the table, man, there's just no excuse that this offense shouldn't be good.
None.
A good offense. Not asking for great. Not asking for record-breaking. Not asking for best show on turf. None of that. Just a good offense that lines up week to week, can put up points when they get in the red zone, can move the ball, show defenses little things, can adjust on the fly when the defenses win. That's all I want, bro. That's all I want. And it's on Pete. It is on him.
That's it, man.
Because DA said, look, I'm going to give you the tools, bro. One thing you can say about DA, he has given Pete Carmichael the tools this offseason.
Yeah.
When he should have been fired.
Yeah. Quiet skip. Prediction. Are the Saints starting off their 2023 season campaign with a win against Titans on Sunday?
Man, I just want to put positivity in the air.
Okay, I love it.
So the Saints win. Saints win. Derek Carr go come out slinging that thing.
Oh, okay.
Gonna sling that hole. They're gonna put up 30 points.
Ooh.
Put up 30 points.
Ooh, positive.
Put up 30 points. It's gonna be a little scary, but I think the Saints gonna pull away, third, fourth quarter, whatever. That's my prediction.
I love it. No, I'm not. I'm not predicting the win for Sunday, bro.
Is that gonna win, bro? All right.
I'm not predicting a win. I feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I already know the script. I know the script, but it's gonna be fun regardless. I would love to be pleasantly surprised. Let me word it like that.
I mean, look, they're favored. Vegas has them favored by 3 points. So 3 points.
I think it's
also
probably mentioned like the Titans kicking, like they were going through like as the Saints were having like an abundance of good kickers and a good kicking battle during training camp. Like the Titans, like their kickers, and they were going through it. I think their kickers like Cade York and things like that. And I know that Groupie won the kicking battle, and that's great. But like it's like we said, man, like all that was great for him to win that battle. Like now, like you gotta go out there, do that in the regular season, and even if it's just a kicker or whatever, it's different. It's a different vibe, different feel, different intensity. So for the Saints to win, everyone has to be on deck, and even special teams like Lou Headley in a game like this very. I know we're saying like maybe both offenses are doing well. I also see this being like a fucking just defensive, like both coaches defensive fucking battle, just fucking dream, bro.
Yeah.
Field position, field goals, wouldn't shock me in the least. So special teams is going to be crucial in this game as well. But you know what, man, I'm taking that back. We doing it. We doing this different. I'll talk about putting love out there. I'm putting that love and positivity back. Saints gonna win, bro. Saints winning. Week 1. They win.
It'll just feel good. Nobody in the league will care.
No.
National media won't care. You probably won't get talked about on the ESPN or nothing like that. But it will feel good. Saints winning week 1. And winning, I don't care how they win, honestly. Like, just find a way to win. But if they win looking good, man.
We don't gotta sweat it, bro. Oh yeah. God.
You remember that win against the Falcons last year, week 1? Like, they were fortunate to win that game. Oh my God, they were fortunate.
Lucky, bro.
Lucky as hell, bro.
Well, so did they have an easy win last season?
The Eagles, maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
And the Raiders game.
Oh yeah, the Raiders. When we were at that game. So yeah, they had two out of what 17.
It wasn't many, bro.
No, it wasn't many at all. So yeah, I know we when we did the schedule release, we had them Saints losing this game, but I had to change it up. We are putting them down for a win. But we're excited about it. So make sure you're a Patreon if you want to be a part of the Zoom live stream. And if you're not a Patreon, that's okay. It'll be on YouTube if you want to watch along. I know some people like to just have the live stream on because obviously they're watching just like either a stream of their own or on cable TV, and that's ahead. So they just like to see just the reactions of whether it's good or bad. As we are experiencing it live, make sure following the rules of the Zoom. There's no spoilers. We want these reactions to be all organic for the podcast, for the content. But other than that, man, I'm excited to start get this season kicked off. Excited to watch these games with our extended family. Really, like this has really become our little extended football family that we're happy to share it with, and we just want to continue to build on it. So that said, that is the preview pod for week 1. We wanted to get it out a little earlier just to give people the opportunity to enter the raffle if they want to have a chance to be at the game and win a ticket to go see the Saints play the Titans on Sunday. Again, to enter the raffle, first part, got to share some love on social media, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, retweets, adding it to your story, reposts. And then the second part of it, just tell us who you identify in terms of that person in your life that you have that type of love for that I was talking about earlier at the beginning of the podcast. And then what you're going to do to show them appreciation and love reciprocated back to them by the end of this week. So send screenshots of you promoting the pod and the response, and simple as that, you're entered into the raffle. And then t-shirts, Saints Block Party Podcast t-shirts. Please, if you're a Patreon, only send a DM and through Patreon. Your size, your address, which design you want, only send through Patreon. If you're not a Patreon, do the SurveyMonkey link. It's helping me in the Excel spreadsheet keep the two apart so I can input the information where it needs to go. Patreon's doing like the SurveyMonkey.
My boy been like Kyle Harley, bro.
I'm just like, okay, Patreon DM, cool. No, you're blah, blah. Please, people, please listen. Please, just simple instructions. If you're a non-Patreon, SurveyMonkey. If you're a Patreon, if you've already sent the DM, you don't need to do the SurveyMonkey again. Please. I love y'all. Please. Man, I feel like, bro, that's what teachers feel like, bro. Like when they was in front of the classroom, going through instructions, and the students just it's like, I just told y'all just what to do. It's on the paper. Three. But we love y'all. That's it, man. Ryan and I will be joining the 28 to 3 podcast with our guys, Max, Corey. Who else on that? I'm slipping on the third person. I'm sorry. But we'll be on there tomorrow. Doing like a joint collab episode, but until then, after that, man, it's game time, bro. So
game time, baby.
Football on Thursday. You got the Chiefs and the Lions. Just really quickly, who you got in that game? With especially because it looks like Travis Kelce won't be playing week 1.
Mahomes, man, come on now, bro. Can't beat that
if you're the Lions and you were going to steal this game, like it is yours for the taking right now.
Oh,
right now.
God. Like go win it. Like Lions, go win that game, bro. Go win it. Like that's your game for the taking. No Chris Jones.
It is. Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. No Chris Jones either. Yeah,
that defense should be mid, bro. So, I mean, it's yours for the taking, man. But I don't
know, man. That you got Superman. We're 15 over there, bro.
I never bet against that dude, bro.
Ever, man. Ever. Right. Anyway, thank y'all. Like this, we really want this season to be epic, be big. We both have a feeling that it is going to be like we're planning the brunch for the meetup. We're planning the menu for the meetup, and I'm telling you that meetup is we got something for y'all. We got something for y'all.
Absolutely.
So, thank y'all so much. Appreciate the love. We'll be back on Sunday recording our first recap pod, which are our pods that do like the most numbers, do a lot better numbers when the Saints win.
Oh, bro, that's why I need to win, man.
Saints win, we win. Saints win, we win. But we got y'all covered. We go redo the recap pods regardless. So we'll be back Sunday night. If you're a Patreon, we'll be in the Zoom. The Zoom link has already been put in the Discord. I'll make sure it's sent out through Patreon, and we'll put the link on Twitter and also on Instagram the day of the game if you just want to watch on YouTube if you're non-Patreon. But thank y'all for the support. Get ready, buckle up. going to be a crazy, wild regular season, as it always is, being a New Orleans Saints fans. But as always, the Saints Block Party podcast got you guys covered. Go to our website, saintsblockparty.com. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And with that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance. That big test. All the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.